2020 has been a watershed moment in the history of the 21st century. Normal life as we know it ground to a halt, and for more than quarter of the year, society sheltered indoors, not just for its safety, but for its very existence. But we are a resilient people, and slowly and surely, we found a way to do everything in the era of the new normal. While it was a return to normal life at first, other actions have found a way too, and here is one that is close to our hearts: road tripping. In this era of new normal, we have found a way to travel and enjoy the sights and sounds of our beautiful country. Well, that brings us to this point. We are here in rural Gurugram at the ITC Grand Bharat, about to set off on our very first journey in this era of new normal.
But where are we going and what will we do there?
Now, normally when people think of Rajasthan, they think of the more popular destinations like Jaipur or Udaipur, or even this very trip from last year where we took in the sights and sounds of Jaisalmer city. But this time around, we're going to a little lesser known destination in the form of Kota. It's the third largest city in Rajasthan and situated on the banks of the Chambal River.
Sounds interesting.
Over the course of the next 3 days, we would discover the sights, sounds, and even the tastes of Kota, and also why the little town has developed a lure for IIT coaching over the last 3 decades. But how are we going to get there?
With this, the all-new Hyundai i20.
Oh yeah, let's go! Launched earlier this year, it is available in 4 trim levels and 3 engine options across 8 color options. The car that we have is the top of the line Asta optional variant and is powered by Hyundai's 1.5 litre diesel engine, producing 99 bhp and 240 Nm of torque. Power is sent to the front wheels via a 6-speed manual. You can get all the details of the all-new i20 on our website carvade.com.
I'm driving.
Go ahead. But wait, we need to sanitize the car.
Oh yes.
To sanitize the car, you need a clean cloth and a surface sanitizer, preferably in a spray bottle. Firstly, sanitize your hands before you begin the process. It begins with cleaning the outer door handles thoroughly, and once completed, move to the inside of the cabin. A few words of warning: do not store your sanitization kit inside the car. It defeats its purpose and, more importantly, will become a potential fire hazard.
So Venkat, we have now sanitized the car and we have been flagged off on the Hyundai Great India Drive 2020 and we are already on the way. So what is the agenda for today?
Here we are on day 1 of the Hyundai Great India Drive 2020. Today we'll be taking the all-new i20 to Jaipur, which is our overnight halt. We have to cover a distance of about 250 kilometers. It's extremely cold outside. This is the North India and it's winter, but the i20's climate control system is keeping us nice and warm.
Yeah. And you know what? It's already been 100 kilometers now that we're driving, and the i20 is returning close to 19 to 20 kilometers to a liter.
Not bad, yeah, that's actually quite good.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go, man. Preparing for the journey is just one part of the challenge. The other and more important one is to maintain the same standard of hygiene for the entire journey. At the top of the list is navigating a toll booth. With FASTags becoming mandatory, it is the best system to invest in at present, as it prevents you from having to even lower your windows while passing through the toll booth. The next safer option to use is e-payment wallets like Google Pay, Paytm and the likes. However, there was hesitance or outright non-acceptance at many of the booths on our route for e-payment wallets. Hopefully, this should change in the future. Phone ka payment? Card ka payment? If you are left with no option, get yourself a contactless payment card. Lastly, Cash should be your final option and should be handled with a plastic clip while giving and receiving to avoid external contact. On the go, if you are grabbing a meal, choose an outlet that practices social distancing, uses e-payments and follows safe serving practices. If you can and it is safe to do so, take your food in to-go containers and eat near your vehicle. And always remember to dispose of your waste correctly. It is also worthy to invest in an in-car air purifier, which Hyundai has gladly provided for the journey. And it can be purchased as an accessory not just for the all-new i20 but for all cars in the Hyundai range. In our previous edition of the Great India Drive, we had visited the sights and sounds of Jaisalmer Fort, and so this time around we decided to begin the trip with a visit to the Rani Ji Ki Baodi. Located in the heart of Bundi town, about 30 kilometers from Kota, it is essentially a step well meant to be a massive water storage for the urban areas surrounding it. The Baodi was built in 1699 by Rani Nathavati Ji, the younger queen of Rao Raja Anirudh Singh, ruler of Bundi, and among the 20 or so stepwells that she constructed, this is the grandest and possibly the most important one of them all. The stepwell is a multi-story structure covered in intricate and beautifully executed carvings. The well is 40 feet wide, 200 feet deep, and with 200 steps leading down to the water source. It has a narrow entrance with 4 pillars joined at the top by slender arches decorated by intricately carved stone brackets. Stone elephants stand in each corner. There are also places of worship on every floor, which is very unique in terms of a stepwell. It is also more than likely that in its heyday, the stepwell was a place of public gathering where the locals could escape the intense summer heat by taking refuge in the Baodi's massive depth and proximity to large amounts of water. Given the way it has been designed, it would have been a splendid sight for members of the royal family and upper class of local society to be seated high above and watch dance performances as well as plays. In our pursuit to visit the Rani Ji Ki Baodi, we ended up with a bonus of sorts. While purchasing the tickets, we discovered that for a small additional amount, we could also get access to additional historical structures close to the Baodi. The first of which was the Sukh Mahal on the banks of the Jait Sagar lake. It was built by Rao Raja Vishnu Singh in 1776 and is constructed in the traditional Rajput style of architecture. The palace houses a finely manicured garden which was the perfect place for members of the royal family to enjoy the summer evenings. The walls of the palace are richly decorated with amazing paintings. The main attraction of Sukh Mahal is a white marble chhatri umbrella located on the terrace of the second story of the Mahal. Known locally as the Chaurasi Khambon Ki Chhatri, it was constructed in the year 1683 by Maharaja of Bundi, Rao Raja Anirudh, in memory of his nurse Deva, under whose love and guidance the prince was brought up. It is also widely known as Music Maharani's Chhatri. It is said that one cannot count all the 84 beams at a time, something that we certainly couldn't do no matter how hard we tried or whatever angle we tried from. The cenotaph is flanked by a lovely garden in front and is a popular destination with the locals to come and enjoy the cool evening breeze and subsequent sunset. Today, the cenotaph is also a temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. Having seen so much so quickly, it seemed like an appropriate spot to wrap up our day of sightseeing in and around the town of Bundi.
Finally, so we have come to the end of the Hyundai Great India Drive, day 2. So what are your thoughts about it?
So today we visited the Rani Ji Ki Baodi, the Sukh Mahal and this cenotaph with 84 pillars. What was a pleasant surprise was that if you paid a little more for the ticket, well, not little more actually. If you paid like an additional amount for the ticket, you can actually come and see all three places using one ticket. It actually makes entry really easier and more cost effective also. I was also quite impressed by Sukh Mahal because they have a Rudyard Kipling connection there. He came and spent 2 nights there and just couldn't stop talking about the beauty of Bundi town. I guess that's it from me. So what's next, man?
I guess I'm hungry, so we should make a move. We should go to Kota because I've heard the Pyaz ki kachori is pretty famous over there.
Let's
So
go,
we can
man.
have that.
Now, if you come to Rajasthan and not dig into some of the local cuisine, you are missing quite a bit. While most would associate kachoris with a spicy flavor, we managed to land ourselves a shop that sold kachoris of a sweet variety. It was a taste to behold, and with each bite of the kachori, Ajinkya and I could taste the effort and enthusiasm of the hands that made this sweet treat. In between bites of the kachori, Ajinkya's reporter instinct was piqued to find out how business had been during the lockdown and how a shop offering such delicacies was facing the challenges. We spoke with Inder Singh, manager at Jodhpur Sweets, to find out more, and here is what we discovered.
बात की जाए आपके बिजनेस को कितना मतलब नुकसान हुआ होगा या फिर व्हाट हैज़ बीन द बिजनेस लाइक कि कितना आपको परसेंटेज वाइज में अगर बात करने जाए तो क्या उसका स्टेटस है?
शुरू में जब स्टार्ट ओपनिंग हुई थी कोरोना वायरस के बाद में जब हमने चालू ओपनिंग करी थी शॉप, जब तो हमारा 25-30% लगभग
बिजनेस चल रहा है।
उसके बाद में अपन ने जैसे थोड़ा सा ओपन हुआ, थोड़ा लोग बाग खुले मार्केट में आए तो अभी 40-60% के आसपास बिजनेस अभी फिलहाल शादी के मौसम में जो है अभी ठीक ठाक चल रहा था। बाकी फिर वही है कि लॉकडाउन होने की वजह से फिर अगर कम हो जाएगा तो अभी तो नहीं होने का संभावना है, जहाँ तक है बिजनेस अभी ठीक चल रहा है हमारा।
और सेफ्टी के मामले में आपने क्या तरीके अपनाए हैं जिसकी वजह से मतलब कस्टमर का ट्रस्ट गेन हो आपके ऊपर?
सेफ्टी के मामले में हमने ये अपनाया है कि एक तो सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग में हमने बहुत ध्यान दिया है। ठीक है सर। उसके बाद में हर कस्टमर को, आने जाने वाले कस्टमर को, अगर किसी के पास मास्क नहीं है, हमने खुद मास्क ला के और मास्क दिए है। और बाकी सेफ्टी के चक्कर में हर जगह हमने ग्लव्स और सर सफाई में काफ़ी ध्यान देते हुए और अपना काम चालू किया।
We returned the next morning to the same market area, determined to get some spicy kachoris for breakfast, and we were treated to the sights and sounds of Jodhpur Namkeen, where we had potato and onion kachoris mixed with tamarind sauce. In the cold winter Rajasthan morning, they certainly woke us up and got us ready for the challenges of the day. Apart from the kachoris, the journey also saw us dig into a variety of North Indian delicacies like parathas of various types, tomato-based curries, spicy grilled chicken, and of course endless cups of tea that were consumed with great delight to combat the cold weather that we encountered during the journey.
So Venkat, today is day 3 of the Hyundai Great India Drive 2020. And the destination for today is going to be the highlight of this trip, which is Garadia Mahadev. Do you have any thoughts on it?
I saw some pictures on the internet while I was doing research for this trip, and it's just incredible. I can only imagine what it must be like in real life. I mean, the pristine nature, and it's clean, and the Chambal River flowing below. It's really beautiful. It'll also be a welcome change that having spent so much of the years indoors, it'll be a nice chance to visit the great outdoors in such a place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So are you excited?
Yes, very much. Let's go, man.
Let's go find it out.
Yeah. As Ajinkya and I had discussed in the car, this was the highlight of our trip. Located on the banks of the Chambal River, it offers an incredible vista of pristine valley and mid-India flora and fauna at its finest. Situated at a height of 500 meters, the entrance to the natural monument is through a forest road where it is even possible to see bears and panthers. Wow,
look at the view, man. So Venkat, this is the highlight of our trip. This is Garadia Mahadev, and the river that you see beneath it is Chambal River.
It's actually like a really significant tourist spot in this area. The other thing that this place is famous for is a Mahadev temple located there. But unfortunately, because we turned up on a Sunday, the temple is shut. One other thing that I really liked about this place is the approach to it is forest land. Okay. So if you come at the right time, you'll get to see panthers and bears also.
Is it?
Yeah. But if you think about it, I mean, this itself is it's incredible, right? Yeah. You have the river and a gorge, and best part is there's like no civilization or anything around it. So it's pristine and untouched, right?
Exactly.
Let's go take a closer look, man.
Let's go.
While the Sukh Mahal and Garadia Mahadev were truly mesmerizing and play an important part in Kota's lure for tourists, we just had to go and check out a newer aspect of Kota's claim to fame on the map of India: competitive exam coaching. Over the last 30 years, an entire ecosystem has developed around the town, catering to students wanting to appear for a competitive exam for technical education in India's most prestigious colleges. Every year, well over 1 lakh of students descend on the town and take admission in any one of the coaching institutes to prepare for exams like JEE, JEE Advanced and NEET. To know a little more about this thriving and competitive ecosystem, we interacted with the Allen Group of institutions at the Sabal campus in Kota. They are one of the largest such institutes in the country with over 30 years of experience in preparing children for the world of competitive exams. We took a tour of the campus and came away quite impressed with what they were offering to students concerning a preparatory atmosphere. However, when we visited the institute, it was quite empty, and this was due to the restrictions posed by COVID-19. To find out how they were coping with the challenges posed by the new normal, we interacted with Vinod Kumawat, Vice President at the Allen Group. Could you tell us something about your institute?
Our institute, Allen Care Institute, it is started on 18th of April 1988. Around 32 years इस इंस्टीट्यूट को हो गए. इनिशियली जो हमारे एलन के डायरेक्टर्स हैं वो खुद पढ़ाते थे, सब्जेक्ट खुद ही टीच करते थे वो, और धीरे धीरे फिर एक्स्ट्रा टीचर्स यहाँ पे ज्वाइन किए. इवन माई सेल्फ, मैं खुद भी एलन का स्टूडेंट रहा हूँ 94 में. उसके बाद हमने इंजीनियरिंग कंप्लीट करके नाउ आई एम एट एलन एज ए टीचर. Presently, there are 10,000 members working in Allen Institute.
तो सर, जैसे आपको पता है कि अभी कोविड का टाइम चल रहा है, तो कोविड की वजह से आपके इंस्टीट्यूट को कैसे अफेक्ट हुआ है और आपके इंस्टीट्यूट ने क्या क्या चैलेंजेस फेस किए कोविड को लेके?
फर्स्ट लॉकडाउन ख़त्म नहीं हुआ उससे पहले लगने लग गया कि कुछ और अभी ये एक्सटेंड हो सकता है. धीरे धीरे फिर स्टूडेंट्स अपने घर को चले गए यहाँ से, और हमारी जो क्लासेस चल रही थी वो एंड ऑफ सेशन चल रहा था ऑलमोस्ट 2020 का. बच्चे को सिलेबस ऑफलाइन ख़त्म हो चुका था ऑलमोस्ट, तो उस समय रिवीजन क्लासेज उनकी पेंडिंग थी, उनके टेस्ट पेंडिंग थे. तो ये सारा का सारा जो उनका बकाया पार्ट था वो हमने ऑनलाइन कंप्लीट किया. फिर लाइक टेस्ट भी सारे के सारे डिजिटली प्लेटफॉर्म पर लिए गए, और क्लासेस भी जो रिवीजन क्लासेस हमारी पेंडिंग थी वो हमने डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म पे दिया. और साथ में 2020 के जो नए सेशन के स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो भी अप्रैल में आना चालू हो गए. तो उन स्टूडेंट्स को भी इनिशियली डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म पे हमने रिकॉर्डेड वीडियोज़ के थ्रू उनको पढ़ाया. इनिशियली स्ट्रगल पीरियड हमारा जो था उसमें हम केवल बच्चों को रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो ही दे पाते थे. आज की हम बात करें तो आज हम लाइव क्लासेज आराम से दे पा रहे हैं स्टूडेंट्स को. बच्चा लाइवली क्लास अटेंड करता है.
When do you see your scenario returning to normal in in terms of educating the students?
अभी जैसा कि हम न्यूज़पेपर्स वगैरह में पढ़ रहे हैं या टीवी वगैरह में देखते हैं तो लग रहा है कि जनवरी तक वैक्सीन स्टार्ट हो जाएगी लगना। तो वैक्सीन के बाद एक जो मन में डर होता है, सबसे बड़ी बात तो डर भी है इसमें, वो जो डर है वो काफ़ी कम होगा। और हमको ऐसा लग रहा है कि इवन वैक्सीनेशन के बाद भी हमें जो गाइडलाइंस हैं उनको फॉलो करना चाहिए, क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं कि वैक्सीनेशन आते ही सब कुछ ख़त्म हो जाएगा। ऐसे इन जनरली पुराने भी जो वैक्सीन्स वगैरह आए तो ऐसा नहीं कि टीबी का आपने कुछ कर लिया या उसका कुछ इलाज आ गया तो अब आराम से आप बेफिक्र होकर कुछ भी कर सकते हो, ऐसा नहीं होगा। तो हम लोग भी इसका पूरा ध्यान रखेंगे। सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग जो नॉर्म्स के अकॉर्डिंग गवर्नमेंट हमको बताएगी उसका पूरा ध्यान रखा जाएगा। सैनिटाइजेशन है, प्रॉपर हाइजीन जो हमें रखना चाहिए और अच्छा रखेंगे। तो ये चीज़ें चेंजेस आएंगी सही। उम्मीद है कि फरवरी तक क्लासेस वगैरह सब चालू हो जाएंगी और अप्रैल में तो काफ़ी स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ कोटा में होंगे, ऐसा हमें पूरी उम्मीद है।
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
So after 3 tiring yet eventful days, here we are at the end of the Hyundai Great India Drive, and all this while the all new Hyundai i20 has been a great companion for us. Venkat, what do you think is the highlight of this trip for you?
There's actually quite a few, man. So on day one, we had our flag off in Gurgaon and traveled to our overnight halt in Jaipur. Day two was where we actually got closer to the action and we visited the town of Bundi. There we got to see the Rani Ji Ki Baudi as well as Sukh Mahal, which impressed me quite a lot because it has that Rudyard Kipling connection. And finally we ended the day at the Cenotaph with 84 pillars, which is also a temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. Of course, the biggest highlight has been day 3 here at Garadia Mahadev, where we've got to see all of this pristine and beautiful wilderness so well as the Chambal River, which is flowing right below us. The other main highlight for us, we understood why Kota is such a big draw for IIT coaching, and we got behind the scenes peek into an IIT coaching institute for that. Well, I guess that's a wrap from us. Thank you so much for watching and do take care.
Oh, and don't forget to sanitize and maintain social distancing.
Thank you. Bye-bye.